Coming to you from Keiko Studios, it's The Balcony Show with Ann Thatcher, Bo Summer, Mike Roy, Donna Gallucci, and me, the Mad Cat. We have searched the globe for the best in indie music so you don't have to. So here we go, The Balcony Show.
Friends in faraway places, sent with love and good vibes. Just keep an eye out for just what's coming. It might be a surprise.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to The Balcony Show, your source for independent music. The best.
Independent. That means, nobody
Independent.
down on that, man?
What are you doing over there?
On today's show, we're going to have a talk with Dave Goddess. He's got a new single coming out, Hey Romeo, and it's fantastic. So we're going to talk to him about it. And I think you're going to dig his vibe.
Yeah.
I do. I think his music sounds like something you would catch in like a Guy Ritchie movie.
This is kind of like for fans of Dylan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Petty, Tom
narrative
Petty.
driven.
Rudimere.
Yeah.
Roots
Yeah.
rock.
Really cool.
So, and he's a cool dude too. So
Yeah,
that
he
makes
is.
it all more special. But
We'll have to go check him out at Music Fest.
first, I got a thatch tag
A
today.
thatch tag. Wow, it's been quite
It's
a while.
been a while, I know.
It has been.
Hashtag Sun Your Moon
Sun your moon.
Sun, year, moon?
or Moon Your Sun.
Moon your sun.
Moon Your Sun.
Your or
Getting a little
year?
weird.
Sun Your
you
Moon.
are.
No, it's Sun Your Moon.
Sun your moon. All right.
Okay, so there is this thing that's going down right now. Have you seen any? I sent it. I don't know if you guys ever pay attention to anything I send, but
What time of night is it?
perineal sunning.
The perennial sunning. Yeah.
Do you know what that is, Mike?
No, I'm in
It's
the dark.
these-
It's become a trend over the past decade.
Does it involve nudity?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm all in. Okay, tell me.
So apparently, what people are doing, and they're saying that there's a lot of health benefits to this, is they are getting naked
Yeah.
and they are laying down, lifting their legs, spreading their cheeks, and
Wait.
and the perineal, right? Am I saying
Yeah,
that?
the perineum. Yeah.
Perineum is the
Then exposed to the
but
sun's
the-
rays.
yes, to get it exposed to the sun's rays, and there's supposedly a lot of health benefits to
Yeah.
this. It's supposed to like align
Sunning your butthole, ladies and gentlemen.
Basically,
that's
that's what it
that's
is.
the short term.
You have those mysterious neighbors always out sunning. You might want to
Yeah.
take a look
But
across the backyard
supposedly,
fence.
there's like some spiritual. Some
Yeah,
of the
yeah, totally.
people are saying that there's a spiritual connection.
I'll
Yeah.
take things.
there
I
is.
mean,
I'll take
You know
things
that-
people do when they drop acid for 800, Bob.
Right.
how do you think Mr. Hanky came about?
Right.
Mr. Hanky, I don't know about Mr. Hanky.
Yeah.
What's Mr.
Oh,
Hanky?
South Park. He's a
A
sentient
living
turd.
Yes, a sentient turd.
Oh,
I'm surprised you don't know about that, Ann.
yeah, right.
Of all the things.
That night scouring the dark web and you don't catch South Park.
but I mean, just the thought of see where my mind goes to this stuff is I think about the people in my life that I know,
Okay.
and I think, that's pretty freaking funny. Certain people that I know, thinking about them out there trying to moon, like get some sun on their butt. I'm just saying.
Yeah. That was really big in Miami back in the day.
I feel like now's the time to invent a cheek spreader.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
I mean, if
Yeah.
this truly
What would
is
it
a
look
thing,
like?
I think we're onto a very marketing thing here.
Would it be
know what I mean?
unisex?
Could
or-
you imagine walking out on Shark Tank with this thing? So what's this product do? Well, it spread your ass cheeks. So that way your balloon knot can be properly exposed to the 12 o'clock
for
sun.
health benefits?
Yes.
Balloon knot.
Yeah. You never heard that term before? Get out.
God.
I can't believe you've never heard of that either, and this is amazing.
God, that's been a term since the freaking late
So
80s.
sun your
Yeah.
balloon knot, folks.
Oh my.
Hashtag balloon knot.
There might be I gotta stop.
And if you don't know why it's called a balloon knot, just go ahead and look it up.
I got nothing.
On that note, well, I'm going to get things started with a
I think you already got
Yeah, I
things
was gonna
started,
say,
and you
seems to me like
already
you already
got
did.
things started.
Gotta be starting something. Got to be starting something.
Anyways, we're gonna. Our first song for the evening is gonna be from Province of Thieves, "Weight of Sky." Take a listen, and we'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Fly low, no sound, never touch the ground. Whoa. Rise up, roaring loud, wet from the clouds. Every direction ever bending, on the sea or on dry land. Miles and miles it turns unending, and yet despite how grand, collapses neath the weight of the sky. Downhill, ever drops, returning to the top. Stretching out to the east and the west, oh, it never rests. Every direction ever bending, on the sea or on dry land. Miles and miles it turns unending, and yet despite how grand, collapses neath the weight of the sky. Watching you turn away, watching you turn away, watching you turn away. Every direction ever bending, on the sea or on dry land. Miles and miles it turns unending, and yet despite how grand, collapses beneath the weight of the sky. Collapses neath the weight of the sky.
Hey, folks, you are listening to The Balcony Show, and right now we have the first song from tonight's interviewee. The song is Back in Business by the Dave Goddess Group. So give it a listen, and when you come back, we are going to have Dave on the line. So here we go. Give it a listen.
some still dressed to kill with her combat boots and her pork pie hat. Gypsy eyes, lips like rose petals, claws as sharp as an alley cat. Hey babe, did you miss me much? Did you come back sorry for ever leaving? Never had the Midas touch, but I do believe we could still break even. We're back in business, yes and amen. If you came looking for forgiveness, then we're back in business again. Ghosts in the halls, memories, mysteries, streaks of silver in your hair. We don't need to relive history, we've got too much blame to share. Hey babe, it ain't no joke, and there's no last laugh, and there's no free ride. Hey babe, let's go for broke. If we come up short, then at least we tried. We're back in business, yes and amen. If you came looking for forgiveness, then we're back in business again. The golden sun, the silver moon both light the sky. Two sides of the same coin, like you and I. Yes and amen. If you came looking for forgiveness, then we're back in business again. We're back in business, yes and amen. If you came looking for forgiveness, then we're back in business again. We're back in business again, yeah. We're back in business again.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Balcony Show, and we are very excited because we have the one and only Dave Goddess from the Dave Goddess Group on the phone. Welcome, Dave.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
We are super stoked to have you, sir. Love your sound. How would you describe your sound? Because we all have we were talking about this before you came on the show, but I'd kind of like to hear where you draw your influences from and where you think your sound is at.
I kind of think, I mean, I call us a roots rock band. So I think it's Americana kind of stuff. You know, I think it derives from like the people that maybe originally invented roots rock, like way back when, like maybe the band and Creedence Clearwater and the Byrds and Bob Dylan, stuff like that. You know, I mean, I guess that's where the influences come from for me, for now. Yeah.
And how did you get involved with music to begin with?
Well, I will tell you the story. Well, when I was a little kid, I had an uncle, and he was kind of the closest thing I ever had to a father. And he was like a bohemian kind of guy. And he was, you know, he was a comedian, he was a disc jockey, and he was also a songwriter. And when I was very small, we lived in a small house. Him and his partner used to sit around the dining room table and they would write songs. And I was kind of part of it because there was nowhere else to go. So I just sat there and I thought, like, you know, they would play around and play. One guy was a guitar player and they would be singing and writing these songs. Eventually, they would record the songs, go to the studio and record them. And then after that, you know, we'd be driving in the car and we'd hear them on the radio. So for me, this was like the coolest thing ever. You know, I immediately said, I got to get a guitar. And was just such a big influence on me, and it's something I always wanted to do and have been doing since then. And that's in fact, he's in fact that my uncle is in fact the subject matter of the song "Hey Romeo" that you're going to play soon. So,
oh, how cool is that?
Nice.
Yeah.
Which is your newest single, and our listeners are going to hear it for the first time here. Tell us then about "Hey Romeo." He sounds like the type of person that filled a room.
Yeah. He was just a very fringe guy. He never kind of really had a job. He was like always like getting in the car and going to Vegas or Hollywood or something. I would be so sad when he would leave. And so this song is kind of like a tribute to him, and it's nostalgic for me. And, when I think about him, how much I would miss him when he was gone, and sometime like not that long ago, I was sort of looking at the trajectory of my life and what I've been doing, and I kind of realized, well, it was all kind of set way back then, so early on. I'm still kind of doing what he did in a lot of ways, and what influenced me or moved me, inspired me so much when I was just a little kid.
Well, why don't we take a break and let our listeners hear this stellar song, "Hey Romeo." We'll be right back. "Hey Romeo" by the Dave Goddess Group. We'll be right back with the interview.
Hey, Romeo, psychedelic cowboy, go cat go, always moving on. I miss you when you're gone, gone, gone. There goes my inspiration, pink slip road trip, new vocation, sporting his payola suit, a paisley tie, and James Brown's boots. That Corvair was one sweet ride, Seymour skin right by his side, heading for the Vegas Strip or Hollywood when it was hip. Hey Romeo, psychedelic cowboy, go cat go, always moving on. I miss you when you're gone, gone, gone. Mugging in the photo booth, laughing it up like Scaramouche on the boardwalk down by the shore. 2 whole weeks I wanted more. Late nights in the living room, Robin Hood, the Mummy's tune, morning dreads and repartee, dedicate a song to me. Hey Romeo, psychedelic cowboy, go cat go, always moving on. I miss you when you're gone, gone, gone. Rockin' Billy, turn her down. Funny papers, Brenda Lee, writing with his old pal Boo, strumming, riding, smoking, joking. I guess those days rubbed off on me. He got sick, and that was that. Laid him low and nothing flat. Now he's only here for me in Super 8s and memories. Hey Romeo, psychedelic cowboy, go cat go, always moving on. I miss you when you're gone, gone, gone. I miss you when you're gone, gone, gone. I miss you when you're gone, gone, gone.
listening to The Balcony Show, and we have Dave Goddess from the Dave Goddess Group on the line. So, Dave, tell our listeners, where you're going to be playing out, what's coming up next.
Well, I will first say that song that you just heard, Hey Romeo, was released on July 7th, so that's out now. And we're going to be playing, we have a few things at Music Fest. August 5th, a short set from 7 to 7:30 at the Lager Plots. And then August 7th, it's a full show, an hour and a half at the Main Street Stage. So we'll be doing that. I'll be doing them as an acoustic duo, which is the way I've been presenting my music lately. I just somehow, after I made my last album, I thought, well, maybe I'll just try and do this in the simplest way possible.
Yeah.
And so just me and my bass player, Mark Buskey, have been going out and just kind of stripping it down to the basics. I know you do that, Mike.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, you suggested it to me one time, so maybe
Oh, nice.
I took it to heart. I don't know if you remember that, but anyways, and I'm going to play one of those shows, the Longer Room, with a great pedal steel player I know named Robbie Bossert, who really brings a little something to it, special. So yeah, that's what I'm doing in the nearest future.
Hey, what's up, Dave? This is Mike. I had a question for you.
Sure.
Okay, so man, every time I turn around, you're dropping something new. Every single. It seems like I don't have one friend that's as prolific as you are. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, dude. So are you? I mean, obviously, you're constantly writing.
Yeah. Well. Trying.
Right. So do you, what's your, do you have a way that you write like the same way every time, or is it different every single time? Every song is different, or like, what's your formula? Unless you don't want to talk about it, but.
No, I'm happy to talk about it. I try and devote, sometimes it's tough to do it like every day, but
yeah.
That is for me the best way. Although I don't really do it. I mean, if I just write a bunch of songs as I did for that Back in Business album, and I mostly wrote those during COVID when there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
But and every songwriter did that. But I just try and kind of keep my mind floating. I listen a lot, and if I hear someone say something, I might write it down. I write it down. I keep a journal of all the interesting ideas I get. I live in Manhattan, so just walking on the street, you're going to see something weird or interesting or
overhear something.
Overhear something. I write it down, and I mean, very often I would just, I put on a winter coat and find a scrap of paper in a pocket with an idea in it. And then I'd be like, that might turn into a song. So I try and keep it personal. I try and write about things that matter to me. I try and write about things that mean something. I never try and write like a hit or something that I think people will like.
Yeah, good. I
just try and write something that I like.
Yeah.
Well, I think your songs, you could definitely say that you can tell that it's real. Yeah. It's from the heart. There's no bones about that. You can tell that you're really singing about something that is close to you.
You really have to please yourself doing this. And as we know that this is, it's a journey, not a destination, and no one's making you do it. So, I think if you want to be in the music business these days, or any time, probably, you really have to figure out how to be happy, just being productive and pleasing yourself. Because, it's very hard to get rewards. It's just,
it's almost impossible.
Right. So you have to kind of, you got to enjoy the journey, or don't bother.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy the journey. I mean, I love when I don't know if I love writing songs, but I love having written them.
Right. Yeah. The after effects of raising the child.
Yes.
Yeah. It's right.
So I still like it. That's why I keep doing it. I tried to quit, but I can't. So
no, don't do that.
It happens. It happens. Believe me. Sometimes you're like, this accursed songwriting bug. So you've been doing all these shows acoustic wise.
Yeah.
How is it translating? Do you find that you're getting just as good or a different response compared to like the full cool band sound to just
Well,
you two?
I mean, I love rocking the band, you know. I mean, I love that. But I also think, like, you know, since I do take a lot of time writing lyrics and try and say something, I do think that it works.
Yeah.
Just boiling it down, you know, it's different for sure, and it's not as, maybe it's less fun. I don't know, but it is. You can connect in another way.
Yeah.
Just doing that, just boiling it down to its very, you know, it's essence. Everybody knows that, you know, if you write a good song, if you write a song and you know, it sounds good with you and your guitar, then it's probably a good song. So, you know, I do like it a lot, and I don't know. Well, I mean, I might go out with a band again. I hope to. But just for now, I'm just trying this, you know.
Yeah. So just envisioning your songs and this form of you going out and playing it so stripped down. Have you entertained the fact at all you could actually take some of like your earliest songs or just the more story driven stuff or what have you, and actually like put something out that's, you know, like totally stripped down of songs that people have only listened to full band?
Yes, I have, and I am.
Yeah,
I'm playing them, and I actually was thinking of re-releasing one, you know, just an acoustic version of an old song that that I wrote 10 years ago or something.
Yeah.
And,
digging up the buried treasure, Mike Roy.
Yeah.
No, that's great. I love that stuff.
Well, listen, Dave, I want to thank you for spending some time with us here on the show. Dave Goddess Group, you're going to want to download their music. You're going to want to check out if you're fans of, I would say, Bob Dylan, even like Tom Petty, and you know what I mean? Like any.
I get that. Yeah.
Do you? Do people tell you that?
But
anyways, everybody, you're going to want to check out DaveGoddess.com for all his up and coming events. Follow him, like him, and any final shout outs to anybody, Dave?
Just you know, come and see us if you can. You know, we love to play live and we love to see you. So,
all right,
that's it.
Oh, I do want to mention too. Check out the videos on his YouTube channel because they don't disappoint either.
No, they're great.
Super cool. Super cool.
Well, thank you.
All right. Good night.
Come to an end, but still it's hard to swallow. He smelled that mighty Hudson as he walked toward Death Avenue. Blood on the streets from the hanging beef and smiles from the tired prostitutes. Hey, the past is past, so gather round, boys. Let's all to the last of the West Side Cowboys. Georgie Hay remembered his home, how it all went bust. Dismayed, dazed, and afraid in the Oklahoma dust. Consumption took his sweet mama away, and the Free Street Bank took the family farm. So he hopped aboard an eastbound freight and rode the rails to the Empire State. Hey, the past is past, so gather round, boys. Let's all raise a glass to the last of our West Side Cowboys. In the winter wind and the summer rain, through concrete canyons it led that train. Not a single death
his fate, what could he do? Learn a trade, lead a parade. Well, somehow he'd pull through. And then cyclone reared as the steam whistle blew, and the black train straightened up the avenue. Yeah, swung his lantern, the children moved aside, and George Hay took one last ride. Hey, the past is past, so gather round, boys. Let's all raise a glass to the last of the West Side Cowboys. Hey, the past is past, so gather round, boys. Let's all raise a glass to Georgie Hay, the last of the West Side Cowboys.
You are listening to The Balcony Show.
Mad Cats, Mad Tracks. Oh, yeah, and on today's Mad Cats, Mad Tracks, we're going down to the neighborhood with this one. We got a song from Justin Gambino. That song is called Courage. Give it a listen, because if you don't, we're going to send the car after you. So, Courage, Justin Gambino. Here we go. He is a Reverb Nation selectee.
There are days when I start to lose sight of who I'm born to be, and the voices inside of my head I start to believe. They say that I'm going nowhere, and where I am I don't belong. But something inside my heart says they're wrong. I won't give up, I won't lose hope. As long as you're breathing this air into my lungs, I won't let go. I won't let go. The road on this journey can sometimes be so hard to bear. Sometimes it's hard to find someone who says that they care. There are those who would believe that I've got something to say. Those very people inspired my leap of faith. I won't give up, I won't lose hope. As long as you're breathing this air into my lungs, I won't let go. I'll stand tall, I'll stand my ground, knowing that you're fighting on my behalf. My courage I found, yeah, my courage I found. This courage that I found has always been inside of me. This courage that I found has always been inside of me. I won't give up, I won't lose hope. As long as you're breathing this air into my lungs, 'cause I won't let go. I'll stand tall, I'll stand my ground, knowing that you're fighting on my behalf. My courage I found, my courage I found. My courage I found. Yeah. My courage I found.
Hey folks, this is Michael Bate from the Michael Bate Band, and you are listening to The Balcony Show.
And now it's time for Indie Radar with Bo Summer.
Hey, it's Bo, and this week's Indie Radar, I'm going to give you some tips on how to post with purpose, specifically to Instagram. So there's a lot of competition on any platform you're going to be on, social media, streaming music, etc., etc. So here's a couple tips to keep in mind when you're posting on Instagram. So I'm sure that we've all spent a zillion hours looking at Reels. So those are the video clips, and sometimes there's some music in the background. A lot of them are very funny, creative. So I'd say go for it and get creative with what you've got out there. There's a lot of templates you can use. But when you use Reels, Reels are really meant to be content to attract new followers. So you definitely want to get creative, and you want to include maybe your own music to use in the background of some Reel videos on Instagram, because you want to drive fans. You want to drive maybe new fans to your Instagram account. The other thing is to keep in mind stories. Stories are for building your community and making sales or getting people interested in your music, and perhaps creating a community and building a fan base. And of course, we've also, I think, have all posted carousels, and where you're uploading a bunch of different pictures in one setting. And carousels are great for nurturing and educating your audience. So that's an opportune time or an option for you to use carousels. Maybe do behind the scenes at the studio, behind the scenes at a show, maybe posting a bunch of pictures of your bandmates and creating a little bio or a little biopic about each person that's in the band, and letting your audience get to know everybody. So just some ideas to keep in mind when you are posting with purpose to Instagram. And I will see you next week on next week's Indie Radar.
It's time for the spotlight portion of our show, where we showcase new singles from returning guests. And your host is Donna freaking Gallucci.
Here we are, man. Hey, everybody. Welcome to
cat's away to
Spotlight.
play.
For sure. Today we have a great new song by Dave Nudo.
Love him.
Lonesome is the name of the song. He is awesome. Award-winning singer, songwriter.
And really, I think he's trending up too. You know, like I've seen a lot of things happen for him since he's been on the show. There's starting to be a really cool buzz around him. So
yeah, absolutely.
I love
check
out his other music too.
Yeah, great country, southern rock style, which I really am very fond of. That
Me too.
genre.
I like the southern
very
rock.
Very cool. Me too. Very much so.
And he does it well. I like southern rock well.
Right. Exactly.
And
he
does
it well.
He does it really well.
Yeah, and he has said that this song is based on, certain events and experiences in his own life. And I really like, his ability to tell a story with his lyrics. It's usually a familiar story that the listeners can relate to. And along with his excellent vocals, my gosh, and also watching his live shows. I've been looking at some of his live shows on YouTube and stuff. And boy, he is really a dynamic stage performer. Very dynamic stage presence. I was very impressed with that.
So you need to get out and see him too if you live in the area.
Yes, absolutely. He has lots of dates coming up. Go over to his website, davenudoband.com, download his music and buy his merch, and check out his schedule, because he will be all around the Idaho area. And I have to mention this. He has a coffee shop that he owns, which I thought was really cool. Did you know that?
No.
Yes, it's called Roundup Coffee House in Cambridge, Idaho.
Well,
Very cool.
Road trip.
Very cool.
Let's
yeah,
go,
we'll have
Donna.
to go there and get some really good coffee. So, and listen to some tunes. So here we go, everybody. Check out Lonesome by Dave Nudo.
If I could write you a song to right my wrong, I'd write a happy ending. Truth be told, I'm growing cold. I keep ending up pretending. In a roundabout way, I start my day loving you. When the day is through, the only truth is there's no love in you. There's no love in you. I've been falling way behind while you were waiting for a light to shine. With these shadows on my heart, my love is hiding in the dark from you. I know you're lonesome. I misplaced your heart. You fell apart, and that was never my intention. You've been used and a little abused. I wish you'd have mentioned. I've been falling way behind while you were waiting for a light to shine. With these shadows on my heart, my love is hiding in the dark from you. Soon I'll be lonesome too. With these shadows on my heart, my love is hiding in the dark from you. Soon I'll be lonesome too. I've been falling way behind while you were waiting for a light to shine. With these shadows on my heart, my love is hiding in the dark from you. Soon I'll be lonesome too. With these shadows on my heart, my love is hiding in the dark from you. Soon I'll be lonesome too. Baby, I'll be lonesome without you when you're gone.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Balcony Show, and thank you for sticking with us and listening to another great episode of some stellar indie sounds.
Yeah, sticking with us.
Where the sun don't.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
No.
I should probably
Put your
put a disclaimer.
butthole to heaven.
Oh, that could be a song. Work
Right?
on that, Mike.
Butthole to heaven.
Oh my God.
Yes, Mike, please.
Be careful what you ask for.
Hey, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Say challenge accepted, Mike.
Challenge accepted, Mike.
Butthole to heaven. We've had Stairway to Heaven. We've had Heaven.
Right.
Now we're gonna have butthole to
Now
heaven.
we got the butthole to heaven.
No, what did you call? Wait a minute.
Balloon knots.
Yeah, balloon
Do we
knots
have to
heaven.
repeat that phrase?
Oh, and the disclaimer from all the health field, which is don't do it. You can get cancer very easily there. So
Cancer or
But just
a
try.
chapped, itchy ass. Yeah. Nobody wants an itchy butt. No.
Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up.
Please do, Ann.
Are you really?
First of all, I want to thank Dave Goddess for being a part of the show. I can't urge you enough to get out and see him play. He is fantastic. I know, Mike, you've had the pleasure of seeing him. He's just really a showman, too.
And what you did mention, he's going to be playing at Music Fest, which is in Allentown, Pennsylvania, for those of you who don't know, because we didn't previously mention.
A lot of great music happening there this year. Even, Mike, you're playing too, right?
I am. Yes. We have a few shows.
A few shows.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right. So we're going to end things tonight with the song by another local artist, Mike Stanley and Friends. And this is Ain't Been Around Here. So good night, everybody, from the Balcony Show. We will catch you next week.
On my way to paradise when I pulled off of the road and drove up into town to lighten up the load. Y'all talk kinda funny, I don't understand what I hear, but then I ain't from around here, so I ain't been around here. I don't want no one-night love affair, I'm here to do a job, and I don't believe in dogging it, I did a rod. How right you are, you got all these pretty women with nothing at all to fear from me. I ain't from around here, so I ain't been around, honey. There's a fire on the interstate, traffic's jammed for miles. No one's going anywhere for a little while anyhow, and I sure could use a guide or something to show me this town, because I ain't from around here, so I ain't been around, you know. Secretaries all calling for the boss. I got a teenage nymphomaniac who's around my neck like an albatross. There's people making money to watch me hang upon this cross, and it's like I ain't from around here, so I just come around so I can get off. Yeah, you know. Soldiers on the battlements who nonchalantly sneer as fighter jets go screaming by like thunder in my freaking ear. And it gets a little bit rarefied in the upper atmosphere, but then I ain't from around here, so I ain't been around, dear. Yeah, you know.